Hello, I am currently sitting in a 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 with the TRD Off-Road Premium Package, and I'm going to run through all the buttons for you. If you find this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Starting in the middle with the shifter, if you pull it back into reverse, it will bring up the backup camera. Then you have neutral, drive, and if you go over to the left, you can shift through the gears manually. This vehicle does have electronic park brake, so every time you put the vehicle in park, it automatically engages the park brake, and when you take it out of park, it automatically disengages. Above that, you have a hold function. If you turn it on, you'll see a green hold light on the dash. Then if you put the vehicle in drive, you'll see an orange one below it, which means it's active. So you can actually take your foot off the brake while the vehicle's in drive, and it won't go anywhere. Say you're sitting in a drive-thru and you get tired of holding your foot on the brake, it'll hold it for you, and then when you're ready to move forward a spot, you just tap the gas pedal, it will release, move forward, push down hard on the brake, and it'll activate again. Below that, you have the selector for your 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. Then over here, you have drive mode. So if that's lit up, you can spin the dial, and it'll go between normal, sport, and eco. Eco is going to try to make it as fuel efficient as possible, shift a little sooner. Normal is for normal driving, and then sport is going to try to give you all the power that it can. Next to that, you do have a tow haul mode. So if you're pulling a heavy trailer, you can turn that on and it'll kind of change the transmission shift points to help out some. And then below that, you have mode terrain select and then crawl control. I'm going to get the vehicle in 4 low and then show you what those do. Now that the vehicle is in 4 low, you can activate mode terrain select and spin this dial, and it'll go between rock, mud, sand, and mogul, and it'll change the transmission and 4-wheel drive system for those conditions. Next to that, you can activate crawl control and spin this dial, and it'll let you go through 5 different speeds of crawl control. And basically, the truck will take over the gas and the brake and spin each wheel as needed to get yourself unstuck. In front of the shifter, you have the start button for the vehicle. Below that, you have an integrated trailer brake controller. Over here, you have a button to turn off traction control. Here is the hazards for the vehicle. This is the rear locking differential. You do have to be in 4 low for that to activate. And then here you have a power tailgate, so you can open and close your tailgate by hitting that button. This vehicle does have dual zone auto climate control. This one here will change the temperature on the driver's side. The auto function right here is like a thermostat for your car. So if it's on auto 70 and it's hot out, it'll cool it down to 70. And if it's cold out, it'll heat it up to 70. Here you can change the fan speeds. The sync button will make the passenger side do whatever the driver's side does. So if you sync it and change the driver's side, it'll change both. Mode will change where the vents are going to blow. This will change the passenger side temperature. This will turn climate control off. This will do front window defrost, so it'll blow all the air up on the front window. This will de-ice the back window and the side mirrors. This will turn AC on and off. This will do recirculate and then direct air in. Then this vehicle does have heated seats, so you have high, medium, low, and off for the driver's side, and then the passenger side is right there. In the top left corner of the radio, you have your cloud navigation. You do have to have an active subscription for this through Toyota, and then you'll have built-in maps on the radio. Otherwise, you can use wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to use your phone's navigation on the screen for free. Then the music symbol here, at the top you have favorites. It'll show all your favorites off to the right. Then you have tune, FM, AM, and XM. You do get 3 months free XM radio with every new Toyota. If you go channel 57, tune the channel, it'll bring it up for you on the right side. If you like that station, you want to hit the heart and it'll put it over on your preset list. Down here you can go channel by channel. You can pause it and back it up if you missed a song. You can even hit notify me, and if you like the artist or the song, you can check mark it and it'll tell you if it's playing on any XM station. If you go back, you have FM, AM, and XM. This is for finding music. If you're looking for XM and you're looking for music and you want rock music, it'll give you all the rock stations right there. The phone will just take you into your wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or Bluetooth, so you can have all your contacts on the screen. Then the vehicle tab here has trip information, so you can see range to empty and miles per gallon that you're getting. It also has vehicle alert, so if there's anything wrong with the vehicle, it'll tell you right there. And then finally, you have the settings tab where you can log into your profile, change the date and time, make all kinds of different vehicle customizations. Up above you have map light, map light. This will turn all the lights in the truck on, all the lights off, or right in the middle on door means anytime a door is open, the lights will come on. Over here you have a button to roll down the back window and then roll it back up. And then right here you have an SOS Safety Connect button. So if you get a flat tire, have some sort of emergency, you can push that button. It'll call Toyota and then they can send help your way. Behind the steering wheel you have the wipers. If you go up to mist, it'll do one swipe and then off. Then one click down is a delayed setting where you can make adjustments to the delay time. Then there's low, then there's high. If you pull this lever towards you, it'll spray and clean the front windshield. Over here on the headlights, you can go all the way down to DRL off, which is daytime running lights off, no lights at all. Then there's auto, where they turn on and off on their own. Most people leave it here all the time. Then there's park lights and headlights. Forward for high beam, back for low beam. Then you can turn your fog lights on and off right there. On the right side of the steering wheel, you have mode, which will go through all your sources, AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth music. Then the arrows here will go through all your presets. Or if you're listening to like Amazon Music or something, it'll go next song and back a song. This vehicle does have adaptive cruise control. So basically, if you're driving down the highway with the cruise control set at 70 miles per hour, and you come up on a car going any slower, it'll sense that car automatically, slow down and match their speed. To set that, you turn on the cruise by hitting this button right here. It'll say radar cruise control active on the dash. When you get to the speed you want to set it at, you just push this down to set. It'll say set at 70 miles per hour on the dash. If you want to bump it up to 72, you can go 1, 2. If you want to go back down to 70, you can go 1, 2. If you want to cancel, you can hit the cancel button or tap the brake pedal. Then you do have a zone selector, and you can choose 3, 2, and 1 on the dash there, and that's how close it'll follow the car in front of you. Then this vehicle does have lane trace assist, so basically if you're driving down the highway with the cruise control set, it'll look at the lines in front of you and try to keep the vehicle perfectly centered. If you don't like that feature, you can turn it off by hitting that button right there. Over here you have volume control, where you can turn the radio up and down. Next to that you have voice command. Tune to XM channel 57.
Tuning to Sirius XM channel 57.
Above that you have the left, right, up and down arrow, and that is for going through the center display. So you can go right through those top tabs, and then you can go up and down through those side tabs. So you can show speedometer, ranged empty, some fuel economy stuff. You can go over and do a compass, lane departure, radar cruise, what's playing on the radio station, vehicle information like trip distance and time, tire pressures, trailer brake stuff, pitch and roll angles. There's settings for all the safety equipment. And then there's messages if anything's wrong with the vehicle. It'll tell you right there. And then back to the speedometer. Above that, you have a phone where if you get a phone call from somebody, you can hit that to answer it, hit it again to hang up. And then this is like a clear button. So if you ever get a notification up on the screen, you can hit that to clear it. Over on the left side of the dash, you have the cargo lights for the box. You can turn them off all the time, on all the time, or if you leave them in the middle on door, anytime the door is open, it'll light up the cargo area. Then you have your automatic high beams. So basically, if you're driving down a highway at night with your high beams on and you meet another car and forget to dim them, it can sense their headlights automatically and dim them for you. If you like that feature, you want it lit up like that. This vehicle does have stop-start technology. So if you stop at a stoplight or a stop sign, the engine will shut down, and then as soon as you lift off the brake, it'll start and be ready to go. If you don't like that feature, you can turn it off right there. This will adjust the brightness of the gauges. This is odometer, trip A and trip B, so you can cycle through those. Then you can adjust the level of the headlights on a Tundra, so you can actually move them up and down. Finally, on the driver door, you have all 4 window switches. They are all one-touch auto up and down, so if you give it a quick push, it rolls all the way down, and if you lift up on it real quick, it'll roll all the way back up. In front of that, you have the window locks, so if you activate that, nobody in the vehicle will be able to roll the windows up or down. Then you can lock and unlock the doors. If you want to adjust the mirrors, you just spin this to the left, move the left mirror around, spin it to the right, move the right mirror around. And then if you put it back in the center, if you bump it, it won't go anywhere. And that should be all the buttons on this 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 with the TRD Off-Road Premium Package. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.